Greetings to all. I am Dr. Ashok Kumar Katta, Program MBA, Department of MBA, Vistas, Subject Operations Management, Semester 2. Today, topic for the presentation is on production planning and control. Why we need to talk or discuss about production planning and control? Here, the meaning of production planning and control, which is continuously talking or focusing about the planning for your production department. Because production department is one of the key department in the organization for producing of the product. So, we should have a strong planning system for what kind of products you are producing, how are you going to produce, how many machines you are having per day, how many products you are producing, what could be the expected output per day. If in case any problems comes with the machines or sudden absenteeism of the employees at the organization, how are you going to face the consequences or by the problems? Are the basic regular duties and responsibilities of each and every operational manager or a production manager at the organization. Here we have one of the popular definition which was given by Kimball and Kimball. According to the definition, the planning of industrial operations involves four considerations which are all namely what work shall be done, how the work shall be done, and lastly when the work shall be done. Already I told you that indirectly in the name of the roles, responsibilities of the production manager and how they are going to distribute their roles, responsibility to the lower level supervisor to coordinate with the employees. So what kind of work we have for the day, who is going to do these kind of works, and also what is the expected output for today's schedule. Every day activity or weekly, monthly, we are going to having a focus, cleaned eye for manufacturing and producing of the product. Here the basic objectives of production planning. First one, to determine the requirements of men, material and equipment. As we know, without these men, material and equipment, we cannot able to produce by the product. So, being a production department, you should be all the time having a conscious in your mind. We have to provide all these three for manufacturing of the product. Then only you are going to reach your objectives. We need to arranging about to the production schedule according to the needs of the marketing demand. In the market, what is the demand? Maybe they may expecting more supply of the goods or some kind of changes according to the taste and preference of the consumers. Relatively, they need to arrange all the facilities for them. Relatively, we can able to expect a very good output from the market. Moreover, we need to arrange various kinds of inputs. It may be timing as well as quantity for producing of the product at the production department. Whenever they produce the product, definitely they will very happy because right time, right quantity of products can be produced by only the production department. If you give a necessary inputs to them, then definitely we are going to see a new heights in the future development of production operation department. Making most economical uses of various inputs. Why? We are going to use more economical inputs in the organization. I already told you earlier also, material is a very expensive resource. When we spend lot of money on that, it should not be waste. A skilled labor, if you give 1 kg material, he will be producing 4 or 5 products. If you give same 1 kg material to the unskilled employee, he may produce 2 or 3 products. That means rest of 2 to 3 worth of material was waste. So, management will be focusing a clean eye. We need to provide the very good labor, employees, efficiency, then ultimately we are going to see very good output. We need to have a strong coordination between employee to employee. whenever they have a very good coordination, ultimately a right quantity of output can be expected. Here we need to know about one more important thing also. Production department will not be doing all the time a smooth functioning of the work. Sometimes they may have some kind of obstacles, problems. Relatively, they should be ready to face about by those things. Here, the smooth functioning will not be possible all the time at the production department. They should be knowing what kind of possible problems relatively they need to be ready. Indirectly or directly, the entire slide was talking about these are the things it has to follow by production planning department. Then only without any problems, without any hurdles, by optimum level of production can be given to the market. Next one, to operate plant and plant level of efficiency. Here, every plant, the infrastructure facilities, controlling of the wastages, how effectively you are using about the input material, inherently these are the regular duties of the each and every employee. But even though the production department was saying all these are compulsory should be followed by the objective of each and every one. If everyone was following this objective, ultimately production department will be comfortable. Last one, making effort to achieve production targets in time. Every department will have a targets. Marketing department will have a target like every month you are supposed to sell some quantity of the products in the market. Same like production department also have target. Every day these many products you are supposed to be produced. Based on that, we are going to be available in the market. Every customer, they will have at least a sample purchase. Once the sample purchase convey happiness to the customers, then regularly they are going to buying our products. Production control. Where there is a planning, simultaneously another side will be having controlling also. Because planning is one of the important element. How are you going to reach your targets? Here also the controlling is going to be explained to you. These are the things you need to be controlled at your organization. If you are not in a position to control these things, then ultimately this is a greatest loss for your company, for your department. The definition which was given by Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol, whenever or whoever heard this word, immediately comes to their mind 14 principles. Here also the Henry Fayol has given one of the popular definition on production control, which is talking about production control refers to ensuring that all which occurs is in accordance with the rules of established and instructions issued. In simple, the guidelines, instructions, whatever you receive within the timeline, you need to do all these changes. Then ultimately you are going to see a very good continuation. That objectives of production control. Here the important objectives: implement production plans by issuing orders to those who are supposed to implement to them. As we know, in the production department, who will be doing a real-time implementation process? Again, that is representation of the workers and the employees of the department. Whoever is working in the department, they should be knowing about these are the responsibilities given by us. So we need to follow, because the motive is here. Whenever we joined the organization, they were knowing very well this is the duty of me. So there is no need of any separate directions, instructions to the employee. They should feel selfly, this is my role, my implementation, my job, roles and responsibilities. Relatively, they need to be performed. Production and control department is just like giving a guidelines or reminding to them once again to ensure that various inputs like man, material, machine, all these are sufficiently, it has to be available at the organization. based on infrastructure, based on demand of the products in the market, based on the supply. Without providing the basic facilities for manufacturing of the product, then definitely the expected quality quantity will never come out. Making efforts to adhere to the production schedule. Even sometime what will happen, people within the span of the schedule, they will complete all the kinds of works. Sometimes they may take more time also for completion of the task. Here we need to undertake the best and most economic production policies. Here they are saying that each and every institution, they will take about certain policies for reaching the targets. To introduce a proper system of quality control, because every organization, they will have certain inputs, certain targets. Relatively, they will talk about these are the standards we are supposed to do. Production planning and control. So this is a combination of planning as well as controlling aspect. Production planning, once you produce a very good plan, relatively plan we are going to be executing the manufacturing of the product, then the controlling will be the second part of the your task. Here the definition which was given by the Charles, according to his definition, they were talking about production planning and control is the coordination of the series. Why? One side planning, one side control, which is control all the time to give a directions. You need to do according to your plan. You should not be diversified. If you diversified, our savings or our economies will be low, or sometime the cost element may taking place, or sometime out of our boundaries we are getting by the losses also. So all the time the coordination will be giving cause for effective implementation of the planning. Here certain objectives of PPC, production planning control. First one, optimum utilization of the organizational resources. When you are working at the organization, you have to think very clearly, no resources are underutilization. All the resources are 100% effectively, we need to use it more effectively. Organization will give all the resources for us for effective utilization. So we need to be cautious to manufacturing, to optimal utilizing by the resources. Continuous flow of production. Here once you start your production process, it has to give maximum output, as well as once the production was started, it has to go with it continuously. It should not be disturb anything. It should not create any kind of hiccups or by the problems. Delivery goods, quality product at minimum cost. Whenever you deliver the goods, people like buyers will be assuming that the product will be the very good product, and moreover you are providing with the minimum or by the nominal cost. Most of the companies are also directly, indirectly, they are fighting about to the how to minimize the cost element at the organization. Reduce your production cycle time. Maximum we are going to take 3 months or 4 months, sometime more than on that also. Some companies may take within a week span of time for manufacturing of the product. Flexibility in production process. Production process, it should not be too rigid, it should not be too liberal. Every time the production process, it should be flexible for immediately for increasing the production, and simultaneously you can decrease the production also. Next one, plan for future requirements. Whenever you have a good plan, then this plan will not be suitable only for the short term, but also that we need to focus about in future also the plan will give a suitable results that will be a very good for the development of the institution. As we know, the ultimate objectivity of each and every company is to satisfy the basic needs of the customer. So customer satisfaction also to be considered by not only one specified department. This is a duty of each and every department to consider the satisfaction level of the each and every individual. We need to take the feedback of one person or one particular group also to be very essential for development of the institution. Thank you.